Oop. All right, shalom, shalom. Hold on. First and foremost, we're going to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachakodash. Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone who were well, and salutation and much love to you, Akim, out there pushing out his word in truth and sincerity. First from Great Millstone, Tampa, back with another, flowing in the spirit, Lord's will is going to be edifying to the hopeful elect. And as per usual, we're just gonna go in spirit, and we're just gonna go through some articles, because as or see different current events, because as niggas in Israel is bugging out, here it is, prophecy is still pushing forward. Jay want to, just lose their damn minds at the end of the world. But hey, we as prophets of the Lord, we gonna continue to prophesy. Matter of fact, let's start with that. The spirit of Yahweh Shai. All right. So while the brother grabs that, let's just scroll through these different articles. It says Japan is scrambling to explain why its naval destroyer pushed into Chinese waters. Where Beijing was conducting live fire drills near Taiwan. So that again, that's another thing. Now it's going to go down pretty soon. China's going to just take Taiwan. Russia is already fighting NATO, just not with tanks and fighter jets, argues U.S. general, top U.S. general. Go ahead, you got it?
Right. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 19, verse 10.
Revelation.
It says, "And I fell at his feet to worship him. And he said unto me, See thou do it not. I am thy fellow servant, and of thy brethren that have the testimony of Yahweh Shai. Worship the Most High Yahweh, for the testimony of Yahweh Shai is the spirit of prophecy."
That's right. The testimony. How are you going to know if they come in and they're witnesses of Yahweh Shai? Is if they're coming in the spirit of Yahweh Shai, which is the spirit of prophecy. We're not. Even though we deal with other matters, of course, but our chief duty is to prophesy, warn the people. Okay, tell them of the impending doom that is quickly approaching to Babylon and the whole world. But Babylon the Great is going to be the face of great judgment. All right. Nuclear destruction by your boy right there on the screen. He gonna be the head honcho. He got the spirit. He got America in his sights right there. He got America in the sights. All right, and so let's read this real quick. It says Russia has been carrying out hybrid attacks, aggression in the. Oh, hold on. It says a former U.S. I want to know what general it was. But anyway, it says Russia has been carrying out hybrid attacks, aggression in the blurry gray area between war and peace against NATO. Well, really, it's NATO pushing. Really, here goes Esau playing the victim against his own people, but it's NATO the one that's encroaching closer and closer to Russia. It says unnerving the military alliance and raising concerns that what has long been a low intensity campaign could escalate into something much bigger, which is already NATO's already fighting Russia via Ukraine. Okay, if you didn't know, it says recent covert acts of sabotage are far from the level of aggression and brutality that Russia has put on display in Ukraine. Yeah, I was watching some videos the other day. They out there blowing them niggas up. But make no mistake, a former top U.S. general argued this week Moscow is already fighting NATO. And this is his quote. It says, "We need to acknowledge that they are at war with us," said Ben Hodges. There it is, retired lieutenant general and former commander of U.S. Army Europe, on Wednesday at the NATO Public Forum in Washington, D.C. So here it is, a retired lieutenant general, all right, and former commander of the U.S. Army Europe has said, he's coming out and saying, look, Russia's already at war with NATO. Okay. This is what the scriptures talk about, wars and rumors of wars. Clear, evident that we're at the end of this thing, and it's only going to spiral out of control for you people, but it's going to get better for us. Through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, the Lord is about to be glorified on this earth through the way he's going to work through his men. All right, because it's going to get to a point where people are starving to death, getting butchered and blown up in the streets, and then somewhere, somehow, there's going to be dudes with full bellies, nice and hydrated, and praising the Lord. while people are dying everywhere.
Real quick, you see it happening right now, right before your eyes. Okay, because right now little spiritual things are happening to Akim, man,
Yep.
that we can't even really explain to you. You got to see it. All right, but
Yeah, these are spiritually discerned things that be happening to brothers.
if only you knew. All right, and then that is going to be magnified so that the world can see it. But as it stands right now, all you're going to hear is the warning and see us as we are. Okay. Yeah, but at the end of the day, man, are you going to heed to the message, or are you going to continue on in the ways? Because the message is loud and clear, and as the scriptures say, at the end it shall speak and not lie. It's obviously speaking right now. Let me see, Isaiah. Let me see, Isaiah chapter 13, verse. What was I at? Verse 17. It says, "Behold, I will stir up the Medes against them, which shall not regard
Yeah,
silver."
that's the Russian. The Russian. Like real quick, that's the modern day Russians that we're talking about earlier. All right, these Medes, the Lord is stirring them up. Okay, this is biblical prophecy. There's no coincidence that everything we've been saying is coming to pass concerning Russia. You know, beginning with the elder apostles of Great Millstone, because this is biblical. This is the bear. Okay, Russia. This is the bear that's gonna be the end of this beast. Okay, because Russia was excluded from the beast. The Edomite Russians were excluded from the beast, so they mad, they hurt. You know, that nigga ain't playing games. This nigga will roundhouse kick Joe Biden in the face. Go ahead.
It says, Isaiah 13 and 17. It says, "Behold, I will stir up the Medes against them, which shall not regard silver, and as for the gold, they shall not delight in it."
Yep. So when these Russian troops are storming your streets, and you trying to bribe them, man, that ain't gonna do nothing for you, because you Americans are already the face of hatred on the planet. And since you've gone around, and it don't matter if you're part of the military or if you were part of against the wars or not, the world has seen what America has done, all right, around the world, and the people are mad. So these troops are going to take it out on you, your women, your children, all right, your grandma. Your grandma gonna be taken out into the street, and her head's gonna be bashed in. Okay, your little Timmy, he gonna be grabbed by his ankle and tossed out the window.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's a lot of bloodshed is coming to America, and that's what we're trying to prophesy. We're not trying to prophesy. That's what we're telling you about. This is going to happen. Okay, go ahead, though.
Right.
I'll be right back.
Verse 18. It says, "Their bows also shall dash the young men to pieces, and they shall have no pity on the fruit of the womb. The eye shall not spare children." So there it goes. Just like the brother just said. He just said it. All right. So when that day comes, the prophecies tell you that the young and the old, everybody's going to get it. Okay. Children are going to be taken. When you read up in the chapter, I mean, I could go back a couple of verses. Let's see, verse 16. It says, "The children also shall be dashed to pieces before their eyes." It says, "Their houses shall be spoiled and their wives ravished." That's in verse 16. So there goes, paint the picture right there. That yeah, your women and your children right before your eyes. And what are you gonna do you gonna stop? We gonna stop it? Think of it as Russian troops or Chinese troops, some kind of foreign troops. All right, or whatever situation you might find yourself in, because it could just be your own people. It's gonna be a madhouse out here. So going back, it says verse 18. It says, "Their bows also shall dash the young men to pieces, and they shall have no pity on the fruit of the womb." It says, "Their eyes shall not spare children." It says, and it says, "In Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldees' excellency, shall be as when the Most High overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. So think about that. Okay, so Babylon, America. Okay, because this is talking about America here. What did it say? It said, in Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the child, excellency. So what would fit that description in today's speak? Okay, you really got to ask yourself that. All right, and really, this prophecy is speaking about the U.S., America. Okay, and what did it eventually say? It said, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the childish excellency shall be as when the Most High overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. So that goes to show you what happened to Sodom and Gomorrah. All right, though, it was utterly destroyed. The Lord rained fire down on it. Okay.
Yep. And just like in Sodom and Gomorrah, a lot of people are gonna die. And look at this article. This is RT. Global population to peak this century. 10.3 billion people are expected to be on the planet. They say 2080, but it's the reason is all these people are on the planet is for judgment.
Yep. That's it. There you go. There you go. It's over 8 billion or something. They said.
Yeah. Currently, yep.
Yeah.
And they're all here to get judged. Or the majority of them are here to get judged.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And rightfully so.
And a lot of these survivors, they're gonna have to live on a very desolate planet for a while.
Yep.
You know.
Mm-hmm. They're gonna have to figure it out. They're gonna go back to the Stone Ages, and then they're gonna see gods come down. All right, as the scriptures say, New Jerusalem coming down from heaven. And then that's when the kingdom of heaven is gonna be established. And we're gonna go around the world, putting these nations in subjection. All right, ain't gonna be none of this. A bunch of devils shaking hands in suits. All that's coming to an end. Paintings on the wall and nice little curtains. All this is coming to an end. Okay, it's time for you fucking devils to take a seat in the hole in the ground somewhere, while the elect, all right, the righteous, are in authority. That's the solution. People are trying. Here it is. People are trying to figure out what we're gonna do with this. All these different situations. Well, the solution is first and foremost the destruction of Babylon, okay, and then the establishment of a righteous order on the planet, justice, in other words, or just is. He is right. The Lord's got to be established on the earth, which the Esau has completely taken everybody away from the Lord and everything that He created. That's why everybody depends on His technology. Smart this, smart that. But stupid people, smart toaster, smart AC, smart watch, smart phone, smart car, all this smart shit, but a bunch of idiots.
Well, you see what it's done to Slovakia. You see what it's done to this generation and the previous generation, even of our generation.
Yep.
Okay. All right. It's completely consumed these Western people. Okay, westernized people, because you can go to Japan and South Korea, and they engulfed in their phones and their computers and all these things, man. All right, it's completely consumed. So now the world is under that spell. Esau could use that to his advantage, and that's exactly what he did. And you, Jake, are completely through out there, man.
Well, that's part of his witchcraft. Well, that's one of the key components. His technology is one of the key components of his witchcraft. Because you go, matter of fact, let me just get it. Let me put it back on the screen. We go to hold on. Let me. Damn, I know it's in Revelation. It's escaping me right now how it's phrased. I'll just type in witchcraft. It should pop up. Because it go, pharmakia. The word there is pharmakia.
What are you thinking about?
Maybe it's hold on. Okay, see, the blue letter always bullshitting. You gotta be perfect with you how you type it in. Hold on, let me just get it over here on my phone. I know it's something about witchcraft. Nope, maybe not. Oh no, that's what it is. Sorceries or something. Oh man, hold on.
But that's America, man. She's a whore, a sorceress. All right. And ultimately, that's
Yeah,
the judgment gonna be fire. All right.
okay, yeah, I got it. It's Revelation 9 and verse 21. It says, in the okay, it says, and the rest of the men, right, which were not killed by these plagues, right, the elites, okay, they're gonna live after these missiles hit. Well, let me just read up a little bit. I'll start at 18. It says, but these three was the third part. Well, damn, I just started at 16, 15. It says, and the four angels were loosed, which were prepared for an hour and a day and a month and a year for to slay the third part of men, Esau, Edom, all right, the sons of the wicked, all right. It says, and the number of the army of the horsemen were 200,000, and I heard the number of them, which is the nuclear warheads, all right, which is what 200 million, I believe, or 200 million,
Yep.
200,000. It says, and thus I saw the horses in the vision, right? Horses representing power. Matter of fact, let's see what it says there for a horse in the Greek. Epos, a horse.
What that means.
Uncertain affinity. Okay, so what? Well, again, it represents power. That's why they call it horsepower in your car. And what is horsepower? How does horsepower? Oh, that's spirit. How is horsepower produced? Explosions in your engine. How about that?
Yeah.
It says, and them that sat on them having breast, or another word, explosion, combustion, right? But that's the beautiful, that's the beauty of the Lord. Out of combustion or an explosion, water is produced. How about that? You ever turn your car on in the morning and you see water coming out your tailpipe?
Yeah.
That's a byproduct of combustion. And so we don't even know what's going to go down with these missiles. Hit, man. There's going to be new elements, all kind of shit. If you're shooting around the Earth from this chemical reaction, if you will. It says, and them that sat on them having breastplates of fire and jacinth and brimstone. He's describing what to the best of his ability, how those missiles looked and the warheads. It says, in the heads, right? The warheads of the horses were as heads of lions, and out of their mouth issued fire and smoke and brimstone. By these three was the third part of men killed by the fire and by the smoke and by the brimstone which issued out of their mouths. Yep. So there's gonna be a lot of destruction, all right, from these horses, right? It says, for their power is in their mouth, the warheads, and in their tails, which is the propulsion system, the ICBM, all right, intercontinental ballistic missile, which is the propulsion system, and then the warhead system is where the power is in the mouth. For their tails were like unto serpents and had heads, and with them they do hurt.
You see, it gives you the warning. All right, so I mean, when we tell you, and it also tells you in the book, 2nd Ezra, the 9th chapter, that if you don't want to get down with the crown, then you're gonna have to feel it after death by pain.
Yeah, you either get down or get laid down.
Simple as that.
Either way is fine with the Lord.
Yeah, I mean, so you want to keep playing around with this in your grace period, because you got to remember, this is the Lord has His hand out for mercy. All you got to do is just get on board, man. It don't matter if you get on at the last minute or whatever. Get on now. The doors are still open. But if you fuck around, you might find out that we was right.
Okay, let me read that in the G&T real quick. Verse 19.
Sure.
It says, for the power of the horses is in their mouths. Which clearly that's not talking about an actual horse, because the power of a horse is not in their mouth, of a real horse,
Right.
It says, for the power of the horses is in their mouths and also in their tails. Which again, have you seen an actual horse's tail? Is nothing but hair. You know what I'm saying? That swings around. There ain't no power in that. So this is spiritually discerned. It says, their tails are like snakes with heads, and they use them to hurt people.
Yeah.
And they do hurt.
You see that? All right, and you can't sit here and think of a horse whipping its tail around hurting people. You know, it's
Right.
not talking about that.
Now, don't get it wrong. Don't get it twisted. That horsehair from the tail, that should have cut like it'll cut like that shit is super sharp. You know, like you could take one hair from that tail and you can cut shit with it. It is. Don't get it wrong. Twisted now. That hair is very sharp. Why I don't know, but I remember learning this as a child. My pop put me onto that. You know, the horse hairs are very like I don't know. I forgot what the term is, but it's like real fine that it'll be able to cut through things if used properly.
I bet it is actually. Shoot, yeah, that's a rough animal.
Yeah, because it's a real. It's like real. The way the hair is like it don't break, so to say. You know that you just got to pluck the whole hair. It won't break into pieces like that. But
if I eat that shit.
Yeah, well, shit. Eve's using fucking hair from India that they cut off for for ritual purposes. But let me get this in the GNT actually, real quick. Let me pull it up on the screen because I want to read the next verse as well on there. Let's see what it says. The fifth angel blew the trumpet. All right. It says verse. Go ahead.
No, I'm saying it's GNT.
Yeah. I'm reading the GNT real quick.
Okay.
All right. It's at verse 20. It says the rest of the human race, right? Okay. All those who had not been killed by these plagues did not turn away from what they themselves had made. They did not stop worshiping demons, nor the idols of gold, silver, bronze, stone, and wood, which cannot see, hear, or walk. Yeah, that's why we got to come back down and set things in order. Because even after this destruction on a global event scale, you know, people still gonna go right back to their fucking heathens, little idols, and especially Esau. He don't care. But here's the point. Nor did they repent for their murders, their magic, their sexual immorality, or their stealings. Who was that? Esau. Oh, Esau. He's not going to repent for any of that. So let's go back to the King James. It says, verse 21, neither repented they for their murders, nor of their sorceries, nor of their fornication, nor of their theft. So the reason we went here, remember, is because we were talking about their technology. Yeah, it's part of their what came first, their technology or the farm, big pharma. It was their technology. Okay. Esau been working on this for a long time. So before, which again, sorceries, witchcraft, is pharmakia. Okay. G5331 will go here. And what does it say? Pharmacy, right? Medication. But what goes with his medication, his sorcery, witchcraft? It's his technology. And let's keep going though. Sorcery, magical arts. That's his technology. You're like, oh my God, how can he do this with this black screen? I have all this information at the fingertips. You know, this shit was invented long ago, you know. And it's to dumb you down and control your life. From the moment you wake up, you look at your phone to the moment you go to sleep. But let's keep going here. It says, and you got something, let me know, brother.
No, you got it right now.
Kind of says the use of the administration of drugs, right? That's why they call it a pharmacy. But it says by extension, magic. What's his magic? His technology. All right, not just his prescription drugs, his sorcery. All right. Let's see, here it goes. It says poisoning, right? He poisons you. He don't only poison you with his pharmacy drugs, prescription drugs. He poisons your mind. He poisons your air. He poisons your water. He poisons everything. It's a sorcery, magical arts often found in connection with idolatry and fostered by it. Yeah, so this is idolatry. You worship what are the people worshiping? They're worshiping the beast. Metaphorically, the deceptions and seductions of idolatry. That don't have nothing to do with pharmacies. This deception and seduction is coming through his technology, convenience. Let's go to the root word here. Let's see here. Sorcerer. A drug, spell giving potion, and he guess what? He gives what is a spell? Don't you spell out words? Okay. Again, the drug aspect, the prescription drugs is just a small aspect of this nigga's witchcraft.
Good point.
A druggist, pharmacist, a poisoner, because they're sorcerers over the music. Yeah, you know, one who prepares or uses magical remedies. And this nigga has figured it out. He can do magical remedies and send it through the airways. It's called radio waves.
And like you said, he had a long time to perfect it, and he's figured it out, and he's been utilizing it for a very long time on all of us. All right, that's for the whole world is on a negative vibration, man. It's all by design.
Well, I could tell you what vibration it is. It was set up by the Rockefeller Foundation, by the American Institute of Musicians in the early 1900s, founded and funded by the Rockefeller Foundation. Is A440. Okay, that's the tune that all their electronics are tuned to. Which so what if you listening to anything, whether it's music or TV, a movie, anything, it's all coming out from his electronic, right? A speaker. He calls it a speaker. Guess what? It's all tuned to the same frequency, which is 440. Look it up. And that's bugging people out. It's bugging people out. You don't even know it. The music you listen to is bugging you out. You're wondering why you're depressed and sick. It's the shit you're listening to, which you're being bombarded with, by the way, all day long. Again, watch that movie, They Live. They showed you it. And because how did he stop it? He had to destroy the antenna that was sending out the signals. So you think, here it is in America, you got Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, smart this, smart that. Everything is, they call it the grid. Everything's communicating with each other through Wi-Fi or some kind of Bluetooth, NFC. And those are what? What is Bluetooth? What is Wi-Fi? Those are signals. Those are waves on a frequency that's super high. They call it 5G. What is 5G? It's 5 gigahertz. That's like 5 billion hertz. Okay. 5 billion hertz. You getting that's called radioactive waves hitting your ass. And then, right? And then Esau don't lie to you about it. You got X-rays. That's on the spectrum as well. X-rays, MRIs, all of that is our frequencies that they shoot through your body to what? Make photo images of your broken bone or whatever. So you telling me Wi-Fi doesn't do the same thing to you? Because why does the doctor step out the room when they're doing the X-ray? What does he know that your dumbass don't? You sitting there, they put that magnetic vest on you, right?
I know.
And then that motherfucker get out the room.
Trust him. You trust him with your life and everything. Hitting with all kinds of shit, dog. You're susceptible. Now you may, because what that does, it kills good cells.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
Yeah. So it is.
And that's what Wi-Fi and Bluetooth and all that is. It's the same kind of it's the same way of how it works. It's waves, frequencies being shut out, and you don't even know you're being bombarded all day. You think here it is, you like, oh, I don't take prescription drugs, but you're still getting bombarded with his witchcraft either way, prescription drug or no prescription drug. That's why we need Yahweh shot. All right, but the good thing is there is no enchantment against Jake, and who is that talking about? It's talking about the elect, because the rest of our people are taken by these enchantments. Let's get that real quick. Enchantments. Okay, guess I spelled it wrong. Salakia, my English not very good. All right, there's no enchantment against Jacob. I believe that's how it goes. Well, we'll read this because this nigga's his shit is failing him. His technology is starting to fail him because it's all trash in the first place. It was just an illusion to make you think it was. Oh, look at this high technology, and that shit. This technology ain't nothing, man. It's all crap. It's garbage. Let me get this real quick. No enchantment against Jacob. Numbers 23. That's what it was. Okay. Let's go back to the blue letter. But I'll read this verse before I go to Numbers 23. He says, stand now with thine enchantments and with the multitude of thy sorceries, wherein thou hast labored from thy youth. If so be, thou shalt be able to profit. If so be, thou mayest prevail. And how did this devil deceive all the nations, go around deceive all the nations with his enchantments and his sorceries, man? His technology. You know, now everybody got radio stations. Who the first people to do radio stations? How about that? Do your research. All right. It says magician. There we go again with the spells, charmers, and magician. Okay. And you getting put, you listening to nigga music all day, you eating that up. That shit is affecting you, and you don't even know it. It's affecting your body. It's bringing illness upon you. All you want to listen to is Lil Boozy and wondering why all you catch is hell. Well, the fucking music you're listening to is a bunch of witchcraft. What do you expect? Because shop for sorceries. Let's see what this one says. Sorcery, witchcraft. So it's all one and the same, you know. So let's go to Numbers 23 now. Numbers 23. What was it? In verse 23. Numbers 23 and verse 23 says, surely there is no enchantment against Jacob. Right, because you can't deceive the elect ultimately, because the rest of our people are through. They're taken by the enchantment. So it is clearly not talking about them. It says, neither is there any divination against Israel. According to this time, it shall be said, Jacob and of Israel, what had the Most High wrought. So let's go into these words. Enchantment. It's another word, nahash. Divination, enchantment, omen. All right. They're putting enchantments on you when you're listening to that fucking music and watching the TV. Okay. That's why people be bugged out. So it's what you're hearing. Your Esau, here it is. Esau is attacking all your senses, your sight, your hearing, your taste, you know, your touch, all of that. Divination, act of foretelling by supernatural or magical means the future, and that's what he does with his movies and his predictive programming, right? Divination. And what does he use with his movies? How does he get the movie to you? Through his technology, which is a digital screen. It's just an image out of nowhere and sound out of nowhere, which is his magical means. Okay. It says, or discovering what is hidden or obscure. The 13th century, going back further, it says the power of foreseeing prediction, amount of action from part to be inspired by God. Yeah, they are. Esau Edom is inspired by the Most High on the left hand side. So that's the point on divination. Let's go back. What else we had here? Divination, enchantment, divination. Divination is a different word. Let's see, divination. Again, it's all tied to witchcraft. False prophets. Esau had the false prophets too. All right, that's one of the three unclean spirits. You know. So there you go, man. Esau's witchcraft is all around you all day, and you depend on it. Your whole life revolves around this devil's witchcraft. You know, and then that's where the pharmakia comes in, or the pills, because he causes you to get sick through all the frequencies he's hitting you with. And then here's the solution. Here's a pill. Come to the doctor, right? Which means falsifier. Then he writes, he prescribes you his pharmakia. And then the wheel goes round and round, you know, keep you sick. There's no, he don't teach you about the properties of water and how it should heal you. You know, because it's a thing called broken water, unstructured, and that's everything that you deal with. Whether you buy it at the store or it's coming from your water tap, guess what? It all came from a plant, a water processing plant, where they manipulate and add chemicals into the water. I don't give a damn how much you paid for that water. They manipulated it. It was bottled at a factory, wasn't it?
These are things that you should be learning, like in school. They should teach you about the minerals and about the herbs and things like that. It should be mandatory at certain points, man. You know, but alas, in this world,
that don't make money. That doesn't profit his farm. They call it the big pharma, the petrochemical, right? Plastics, oil, all that. War. what else? All that is entangled in one. It all comes from the devil's deception, where there's oil, plastics, chemicals, which is nothing more than your prescription drugs, right?
Right.
You might as well just go, just drink some poison, because that's what it is, poison. Go ahead, though, brother.
Yeah. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 17. I'll start at verse 8. It says, "Keep me as the apple of thine eye. Hide me under the shadow of thy wings." It says, "From the wicked that oppress me, from my deadly enemies who compass me about." It says, "They are enclosed in." It says, "They're enclosed in their own fat. With their mouth they speak proudly." And we liken this to the, what did it say? It said the wicked. All right, so that's code name for whom? Yeah, the wicked. That's code name for the so-called white men, the Edomites, the ones that are ruling the earth right now in complete wickedness, as we're speaking about. All right, there ain't nothing we can do. We all live here. We all have to basically just go through the whole system. But ultimately, again, we rehearse the righteous act. And what did we do? The Lord told us to prophesy.
Mm-hmm.
Feed the sheep. He said, feed the sheep. He ain't say nothing else. You gonna say something?
The Lord showed us the opposite of what Esau showed us. You know what I'm saying? Esau is completely did a 180 for the whole world through his witchcraft and through the Lord allowed him for a little season to deceive the nations, man. He's been loose a little season and he's using his witchcraft to fulfill, or to maximize his deception, which it's coming to an end. People are starting to see through his bullshit, but again, people don't even know that they're depending on him using his technology. People think, right. Oh, look at this. Ooh, I got lights in my house and AC.
That's what it comes down to. Because if that Yahweh outside, then they already know what it is. But you could say here, you could say that the government's corrupt, whoop, and we're gonna be a civil war. You could say all these things, but when it actually does pop off, where's your comfort gonna come from? Where's your safety?
What you gonna do? Yeah, because what happens when the grid goes down? What you gonna do then? Once Esau's technology doesn't help your life anymore, what the hell are you gonna do? Who are you gonna call on? You won't even be able to call anybody, actually, but we will, because you go to the word sound in the New Testament, the Greek word for sound is phone, right? Don't you call people with your phone? Well, we have a phone. It's a spiritual phone. We're gonna be able to pick up and dial in that day. Your punk ass, your whole life revolves around this devil's technology. You ain't gonna be able to call no one.
Yeah. Yeah, you're gonna call. He says the Lord said you're gonna call, but I shall not answer. Okay, you're gonna see me early, but you're not gonna find me.
Yeah, he gonna let it go to the voicemail, or just deny it, block, hit the red button.
Quick, yeah, punk.
So hey, we can finish that and then we'll close out.
Finishing this off. This is Psalms 17 verse. It says verse 11. It says they have now compassed us in their steps. It says they have set their eyes bowing down to the earth, like as a lion lurking in secret places. Is it all right? It says arise. And that's how Esau is, man. He's a predator. Okay, and he got the world on lock, and it was mostly due might. Okay, or deception or.
Yeah. Well, he uses his deception because that's how he started with the sword, right? He conquered the earth in the late 1400s. He went around the whole earth, started conquistadors and all that bullshit, But then it got to the point where, hey, we got this. We used the sword so good, we got this on lock that now we can use the deception to keep these people in slavery, take the chains off of them. So now they're gonna have to revert back to the sword because the deception is being made bare, right? People are starting to see through it, through the facade. So now he's just gonna have to revert back to his actual blessing, the sword. And then what you gonna do? But we gonna call upon Yahweh Ba'ashim, Yahweh Shai, and we gonna be able to overcome this devil because it's gonna be a point in time where they're gonna see us and not be able to do a damn thing about it, envy us and not do anything about it, can't do nothing about it. You know, like the scripture say, the Lord before us, who can be against us? Go ahead, though. Finish that off.
And this is a prayer, basically,
Yep.
from King David. And we say the same prayer basically through the Spirit.
Yep.
It says back in Psalm 17, verse 13, it says, "Arise, O Yahweh, disappoint him, cast him down, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword." You see? So that we understand that this is the Lord's tool. All right, but at this point in the game, man, there's nowhere we can go but to Yahweh Hashem Yahshua. We're doing everything we can to please the Heavenly Father. So at this point, we're just asking for deliverance. And
like Peter said, hey, it's like it real quick, but like Peter said, to whom shall we go? You have the matter of fact. Let me just get it. I don't want to butcher it, but
right.
what else we got to do? You know,
Right.
seeing like the scripture say, knowing these things, what manner of person ought ye to be?
To be holy conversation, godliness, looking for and hastening after the coming of Yahweh. We know this place is going to be destroyed.
Yep, I got it. This is John 6:63. It's like it. John 6. Yeah, I'll start at 63. It says, "It is the spirit that quickeneth, the flesh profiteth nothing." That's why we're not walking after the flesh, we're walking after the spirit. It says, "The words that I speak unto you, they are spirit and they are life." So this word of Yahweh Shem outside, that's the spirit. That's what life is, man. And we have to speak life, right? It says, "But there are some of you that believe not, for Yahweh knew from the beginning who they were that believe not and who should betray him. And he said, Therefore said I unto you, that no man can come unto me except it were given unto him of my Father." So you can't make yourself part of the elect. And Yahweh can't even make you part of the elect. How about that? Okay, the Lord can't. Yahweh can't even make you part of the elect. You was either given to him or you wasn't. It says, "From that time, many of his disciples went back and walked no more with him." Yeah, because they was bitches, and at the end of the day, they didn't have the faith. It says 67. "Then said Yahushua unto the 12, Will ye also go away? Then Simon Peter answered him, Lord, to whom shall we go? Thou hast the words of eternal life."
There it is. Ain't nowhere else to go.
Yep.
All right, once you find it, once you hear this truth, then there's no need to keep looking. You go ahead, you get in order, you fall in line, you wait patiently. All right, because it's gonna come. It's just gonna come quick. Just like we've been telling you, it's gonna happen. And where's your faith gonna be? All right, you have to have it stored up.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
All
You're gonna have to make it's a lifeline. Like remember the game show Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? One of the lifelines was make a call. Well, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna use that lifeline when the time of Jacob's trouble come. We're gonna phone a friend. The Lord say, "I no longer call you servants, but friends." Come on, man. You should be ecstatic about the times we're living in right now. Come on, man. This is what we've been talking about. Don't get scared now. Shit. It's about to go down in a big way. The YouTube is about to come to an end very soon. You know, the YouTube ministry, so to say, using Esau's technology against them is about to come to an end.
There it is.
Yeah. Then it's about to be about the Lord's technology. How about that? So, hey, you got anything else, Art?
No, sir.
Hey, so with that, take heed, continue to believe, and pray that Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai keep you to the end. As the scriptures say, he that endured to the end, the same shall be saved. So with that, we're going to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai Bahashim Rachakodash. Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone who were well. Salutation and much love to the elect of Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai. Shalom.
Shalom.